What's up, gang? It's Zilux, and I'm back with another video. Today, I'm going to be going over exactly how I study and learn day trading as a 21-year-old who's on summer break right now from college. So eventually in the future, I can make kind of a college schedule video if you guys are interested in that, but this video I'm going to be focusing on specifically my summer schedule right now, how I'm trading and how I'm learning every day. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So start off the day, wake up 8 a.m. We got to be ready for the market open at 9:30. So first thing I do, I wake up. Every day is kind of not as easy as the last one to wake up early. So sometimes I struggle to get out of bed, not gonna lie, but I aim to be on the charts by 9 o'clock. And I have been trying to wake up or get on the charts for 8:30 when there is like CPI news or like important red folder news, which is pretty important if you don't know what that is. But yeah, wake up at 8, be on the charts for 9, try to get breakfast between then so I'm not like starving and wanting to get off the charts when there could be a potential entry forming. So yeah, that's the first thing. Second thing, we're on the charts 9 o'clock to about 11 or 12. I'll be trading the AM session, so I look for entries throughout 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and I don't want to stay on the charts for too long, especially if I take one trade. I want to be able to take 1 or 2 trades and be done for the day, whether that's a win or a loss, just to save kind of my mentality and my psychology and make sure, you know, red days happen and I get that, and I don't want to revenge trade or tilt if I lose a trade and try to spend all day earning the money back and probably end up losing more. So 9 to about 11 or 12, I'll be on the charts, and once it hits around 12 and price kind of, you know, isn't doing anything, going to any levels that I really want, I'll hop off. Yeah, so I'll hop off the charts around 11 or 12, go make lunch, and maybe, you know, sometimes I'm feeling the PM session, kind of if price action has been as bad as it has recently, and for some reason the PM sessions have actually been way better than the AM sessions, so I have been considering partaking in that a little bit. But on the days where I don't do that, I'll make lunch at 12, eat that, clean up everything, and my goal is to get outside and get to the gym because I do try to go at least, you know, 4 or 5 times a week, and try to get that done by around 2 or 3 p.m. because on weekdays I do work some of them. So I do have a part-time job at a restaurant where I'm a food runner, just because, you know, it's the summer and I'm trying to make like a little extra cash in addition to learning how to day trade. So yeah, I work around 5 p.m. so if I get done with the gym around 2 or 3, that gives me a couple hours to chill out, study some videos if I want to, look at my trades, maybe take a peek at the PM session. That's kind of just in the air. And then I'll go to work from 5 to about 11:15 and try my best to be asleep by 12 a.m. because I'd want to get a good night's sleep before the PM session. And if I don't, then I feel like I trade worse throughout the day. So I definitely recommend getting 8 hours of sleep, trying to plan your schedule. So even if maybe you do get off from work late, at least trying to get things done. Shower, brush your teeth, get ready for bed super fast. Don't get distracted on your phone, because that's what I really have struggled with, is just opening up YouTube and watching, you know, my favorite YouTuber and getting distracted in that for like 30 minutes. And it's a really bad cycle, and that's something I'm trying to break so that I can stay disciplined, stay on my schedule, and, you know, wake up in time and not be tired. So to go over kind of how I study during the day, like when I have that free time, what I'll do is I do still need to finish DodgySDD's Bootcamp, which is about all things ICT concepts and everything trading, even non-ICT concepts, just to understand them so you can understand kind of how the market's moving and what other people are doing. So I really recommend that if you're newer. Watch the Dodgy Bootcamp. It's about 40 to 50 episodes, I think, and they vary in length, and it's pretty lengthy, but I do think that has literally everything you need in it to understand how to trade and, you know, be profitable. And obviously watching that isn't going to make you profitable instantly, It gives you super good information on, what you should be looking for, what the concepts are, and especially if you take notes, you can always go back to those notes you have on the videos and look back at, a concept you might not understand. So I definitely recommend that. And I'll also backtest sometimes in my free time. I'll use either TradingView or FX Replay. And what I do, I just create a free account and trade until that kind of expires, and then just use a new account. I don't know if that's like not the right thing to do, but I'm spending like a decent amount of money on, TradingView Premium and my funded account. So I'm kind of trying to keep the cost down and not buy a FX Replay subscription. So that's something I recommend. And when you backtest, make sure you're journaling every single trade you take, and don't take trades that, you wouldn't normally take, or at least if it's a trade you wouldn't normally take but you just want to see play out, make a separate journal for that. Make one that's a serious journal that's, trades you would naturally take, and base your win rate off that. And if you really want to do a second journal with trades that you don't normally take but want to see how it plays out, just journal it there. And that kind of goes into live trading as well. I'd strongly recommend journaling every single trade you take live and putting it in, a spreadsheet, or I use a Notion template. But that's something I really like, because I can look back at every single trade I've ever taken and seen, what pattern kind of works, what doesn't, why I'm trading this way, kind of psychology. And it's really important to just look back at how you performed in the past. So I would definitely recommend doing that. And the next thing is kind of how I stayed disciplined and motivated to keep doing this every day, and waking up, at 8 a.m. and logging on and, spending every weekday morning trading. And I would say I understand now that just a little bit of work every single day of something that you're passionate about, it's going to pay off in the long run. And I understand that trading isn't, a get rich quick scheme. So I kind of just keep putting in the work every single day, and I know eventually it'll pay off. And for anyone else that's newer and is trying to, balance their schedule around trading, just try to trade any session that you really can. Asia isn't the greatest price action, but AM, PM, London, try to trade at least one of those, and that's probably where you'll see the best results. And give, it 1 or 2 hours, and, be picky with your setups. Don't take a trade that you don't really feel that confident in, but you just want to get off the charts. If you want to get off the charts and you're trying to just make a bad trade to allow yourself to, just get off. It's better to, not make any money than make a stupid decision and lose money. So I would definitely recommend that. And yeah, that's about all I have for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions on, my schedule, any suggestions, anything like that. But hope you guys enjoyed listening to this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.